What's going on? Darnerien McCants, Coach McCants, former wide receiver, Washington Redskins. All right, today's little blog, whatever they call these things these days, is about summer sickness. You have to get your guys, your kids, who's ever playing a fall sport. For the most part, generally, most of my guys are football guys. But if you're playing any kind of fall sport, you need to be outside as of yesterday. Get your body heat acclimated so you don't get sick. Sitting inside a nice cool gym is not going to get you ready for football. It's not going to get you ready for any summertime or fall sport. Okay, so that being said, get yourselves outside, not on the treadmill and running in a nice cool condition. Get used to being in the heat. You have to get outside. That's the only way your body will be conditioned for the sport you're about to play. Mostly, like I say, mostly geared towards my fall guys, mostly my football guys, or whoever else, depending on your region. Some of you play soccer this time as well. So that being said, get your bodies outside, get up, lifting weights. Okay, you're about 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks away from starting your season. Now you have to think, what will I be doing in the game? So for my football guys, just to keep it simple, each play is a sprint. So let's think, what should I do? What should I do? You should be doing sprints in the heat. Now, of course, be smart. Make sure you probably take a partner with you or take your team with you, and take plenty of drinks. I'll say some kind of sports drinks, because guess what you're losing? You're losing salt. Water's great. Drink water throughout the day, but when you're going out there and sweating, you need salt. So grab a good sports drink. Until these guys start paying me, I'm not going to say which one you need to grab, but in my opinion, one is better than the other. One of the original ones. That'll kind of tell you. But yeah, make sure you get your bodies outside. Get outside as much as possible. Even if it's just walking around for a little bit, get used to the heat. For my guys who first year playing sports, parents, get them outside. If this is their first year playing football, being inside, playing basketball, running inside, it's not going to help them. Because what you got to understand, it's already 90 degrees outside. Now you're going to put on a helmet. Now you're going to put on shoulder pads. Now you're talking about 105 to 110, maybe 115 degrees that you're going to have to endure through practice. It's not for everybody. That's understandable. But even some of you coaches, I've heard some of my guys talking about they're doing distance. Why? You got about 5 to 6 weeks before the season start. Each play is a sprint. You got a 3-second sprint, and you got to sprint over and over and over. I think the average number of plays in high school, maybe 50 to 60 plays. You need to start doing sprints. Get used to going sprints, doing sprints all the time, and go hard. Don't just do sprints to go through them. Do them to block, because if you don't have the ball, you're blocking. It's just that simple. And on defense, you're trying to get to the ball, so you're trying to get off a block. So everything's full speed. Get used to going full speed in the heat. No, you can't mimic, with the helmets and shoulder pads unless your coaches give them to you. I think nowadays they're doing like little OTAs where they're having something in the month before, but that little week is not enough. You need to be outside at least 5 to 6 days, if you ask me, doing something in the sun, something vigorous, some kind of sprint. Some kind of, grab your boys, throw the ball around, run routes, do something of that nature where you're competing and getting your body adapted and ready for the summertime heat. For my people who play, other sports, just mimic your sport. Mimic your sport as much as possible at a high level. And if it's outside, that's where you need to be. Outside. All right, so that will eliminate a lot of the sicknesses, a lot of illnesses. It takes at least 2 weeks to get in shape. And 2 days to get out. At least that's what I was told. Been there, done that. Some truth to it, maybe. But you definitely want to get yourself ready right now. It's already June 7th. This is when I'm doing this little blog video type deal. So, Coach McCants, like I say, ask any questions. That's just how I feel. I think, like I say, I'm just trying to eliminate a lot of issues. I think a lot of kids are getting sick and passing out, having heart issues and throwing up because they're not acclimated. So you got to understand the stresses that you're putting on your body when you just come from inside a nice cool condition, air conditioned, playing video games, or been working out inside all summer, and then expect your body to be ready and prepared to perform at a high level. Just doesn't work that way, you know. All right, and like my guys know, sometimes even though guy may be favored by the coach, may have a little bit more talent than you, sometimes you can just outwork a guy. So get your bodies out there, especially if you're not the number one guy. And if you're the number one guy, don't lose your spot. And if you're at the bottom, find a way to keep fighting. Like I said, sometimes you can just outwork a guy. All right, that's the word for the day, Coach McCants. Get yourselves out there. Hopefully this will run and run and run. You got to get ready for the summer. Get ready for that heat, that next level. All right, later.